Hi everybody! You're going to need your pattern, your fashion fabric, your lining fabric, pins, a zipper, measuring tape, scissors, thread, and hook and eyes. And now that we have everything, let's get started. Okay, now that you have cut out your pattern pieces, you're going to iron your pattern pieces flat and get all of the wrinkles out. You want to do this so that your pattern pieces are accurate when you get ready to lay them on the fashion fabric and cut them. Now that you have ironed your pattern pieces, they are ready to be pinned to your fashion fabric according to the directions on the pattern itself. Some of the pattern pieces will be on the fold, which means on the fold of the fabric. Some will be on the straight grain, which is parallel to the selvage edge of the fabric. Now that you have pinned your pattern to your fashion fabric, you're ready to cut, making sure that you follow the solid black line for each pattern piece. Make sure to do this for your lining fabric as well, which was not shown. Okay, so now you're going to need your tracing paper, your tracing wheel, thread scissors, and contrasting thread. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to look at the pattern and find all of the notches. And this particular one is at the top of the shoulder for the front bodice piece, and they will be around the pattern. So you just look for those notches and you cut them, making sure to go through all of the layers of the fabric so they're all marked. After you're done cutting the notches all the way through the layers, you're going to look for any other pattern markings. In this bodice front, there are matching symbols at the top where the shoulder is, and you're going to take your contrasting thread color and you're going to put that all the way through the circle there, that it goes through all of the layers. And then you're also going to do that for the darts. There are 3 circles and you're going to thread those all the way through. And when you get done, you will cut those so that there is a mark on every piece of the fabric. Another way to transfer your pattern markings is to use tracing paper. And tracing paper is essentially paper with chalk on one side, and what you will do is you will lay the paper chalk side down on the inside of your fashion fabric, and you will take your tracing wheel and trace the dotted lines, and this will transfer your dart onto your fashion fabric on the wrong side. So this is what it should look like. On the inside, on the wrong side of your fabric, you should have a dart there, and I just marked that a little bit darker with a ruler so that you could see it, and then on the opposite side as well. And you want to also do this for the lining of your fabric as well. Now we're going to stay stitch the bodice front. We're going to come from the left side all the way to center front, and then we're going to do that for the right side. We're going to start at the right shoulder and come all the way into the center front, and this helps the neckline from stretching out. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take the back panels and we're going to stay stitch the neckline from the left all the way to the cut edge. And you're going to do this for the left side as well as the right side. Okay, so now we're going to sew the darts, and you're going to start at the top of the dart and you're going to follow the leg all the way down at an angle until you come off of the sewing machine and cut the thread, and you'll do that for the other dart as well. Starting at the corner, top of the dart, and then you'll sew at a diagonal all the way off of the fabric. Okay, so now the pattern asks us to put the right side of the lining fabric and the fashion fabric together and to sew around the armholes and the neck holes. We're going to clip notches every so couple of inches, and then we're going to cut that just to take a little bit of the fullness out. And we're going to turn the bodice through the armhole, and you should get a finished edge around the armhole and the neckline. Okay, so now the pattern instructions ask us to take the front panel and the two side panels and sew them, and we're going to stop at the matching symbols where we threaded it through with our contrasting thread. We're going to stop there because that in that opening there, the godlet will go there. So right now we're just focusing on sewing the front panel and the side panels. So this is what it looks like now. That opening there is for your godlet, and they will be completely around the skirt itself. Okay, so now this is what your skirt should look like, and the godlet openings are completely around the skirt. And now the next step is you're going to go ahead and sew the godlets into those spaces. Okay, so now we're going to look at what the godlet looks like sewn in. And this is completely around the dress. And now we're going to move on to the bodice. Now before you attach the bodice, you can put some ribbon if you so choose. If not, you go ahead and attach it. And then we're going to go ahead and press up the seam so that the lining will cover that. Okay, so this is what the bodice looks like with the lining attached to it. Gives it a clean look on the inside, and you can choose to finish your seams or not. Okay, so now we're just about done. I have attached the yellow ribbon to go around the bodice front, and the dress has all its godlets in it. And now all that's left to do is to put the zipper in and to hem it. Congratulations, sewers! We finished our first garment, Simplicity Pattern P2042. This is the front view, and this is the back view. I put a little embellishment on there with the bow. Well, I've had a great time sewing with you, and look forward to seeing you next time. Bye!